above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So I just wanted to deal with that point first, innit? You were saying like, if an Edomite man married an Israelite woman, how could that kid then be an Israelite if the man comes before the woman in genealogy? Well, it's because the Most High declared that Israel as a nation is above all other nations. So when it comes to an Israelite woman, would you say an Israelite woman is above a Gentile man? Or a Gentile is above Israelite women?
Yeah, in circumstances, yeah, in situations.
Exactly. So in the circumstance of an Israelite woman being with a Gentile man, because the Israelite woman in God's eyes is above that Gentile man, the woman is the one who the children are counted through in God's eyes. But in any other nation, it would be if an Edomite man married an Ishmaelite woman, the kids would be Edomites because the Edomite man comes before an Ishmaelite
so now
woman.
The seed doesn't matter. That's what you're saying. The seed of the man doesn't matter because he's dealing with an Israel. So now the small hats are correct.
No, because they say it goes through your mother, through her mother, through her mother, through her mother. So those people, the small hats, they're not correct.
They also agreed to the 12 tribes starting from a man called Jacob. So it had to come from a man first. They agree with that.
Yeah, it came with the man, obviously, yeah, man.
So with that being said, what they're saying is correct because it doesn't matter because the woman, the Israelite woman supersedes any other nation. That's what you're saying.
But what they say is the Israelite woman comes before even the Israelite man.
Yes,
because they don't even count it through the man. And I'm saying the man comes first. So you can see, like, just because there's one thing that we acknowledge Israelite women doesn't mean that they're correct.
But you're playing semantics because you're saying the man comes first, but when it doesn't matter about the man, now the woman takes place. Right. That's what they say.
I hear you, bro.
They say that the woman can produce Israelites. Doesn't matter if she's raped or nothing because the Israelite woman in their eyes is above all nations. That's what they're doing.
But you believe the Israelite woman's above all nations, right?
Yes, but not when it comes to the seed, right? Because when it comes to the seed, you are who your father is. The Bible teaches that. You are who your father is. That's why it looks at genealogies on the men, right?
So let's
it looks at
seed
on the men, right?
Go on.
So when you're saying that you can be a woman, an Israelite through your mother, it's what the small hats say.
Okay. So let's deal with that. I'll show you that is not what they say, the way that we're bringing it out, yeah? So can you please, who's got 1 Chronicles chapter 2 and verse 3?
Yep. So 1 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 3 says, the son of Judah and Onan and
read down to verse 5, King.
Which three were
born... What book are you in, sorry?
1 Chronicles 2.
1 Chronicles
3
2.
to 5.
Yeah. Were born unto him of the daughter of Shua, the Canaanites.
Keep reading down, bro. To verse 5.
And the firstborn of Judah, was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him. And Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bare him Pharez and Zerah.
So now what we're seeing is a Judite lineage is being accounted. So this is actually the house of the fathers. So when we're always talking about the house of the fathers, and if we're saying it can't pass through a mother, we're actually going to get like a list, like a register of the house of the father, and we're going to see if women are counted in it. Because if women are counted in it, then that's what you're counting out, and it's counted in the Bible. And we're going to show you about what you're missing out is actually biblical. So check it out now.
What you're missing out
Chronicles chapter 2 and 13.
The tribe of Dinah.
We've already established that. It started with men.
So why, that's still, it still misses out the point that if you can still go through to your mother, then Dinah's child, or children, she goes to Israel.
But there was only 12 tribes counted and the sons were counted. She wasn't counted the same way.
Why wasn't she not counted?
Exactly.
Same way Ishmael wasn't counted as the seed as Abraham. Isaac was.
Chosen.
Exactly.
So she wasn't chosen?
Because the men were chosen, yeah.
So what will their son be there? Her son and daughters, what would they be?
They weren't counted as the 12 tribes of Israel.
Would they be Israel or not?
They weren't, no.
They wouldn't be Israel?
Not in the same sense as the brothers, because they weren't the 12 tribes.
Okay, but then other Israelite women, when they have children with other nations, they will be Israel.
Yeah, well, let's get in the Bible.
That's in the Bible. That is in the Bible.
I'm going to answer in the Bible, innit?
Yeah,
you asked me a question.
The thing is, you've gone away from that to show us a different part in the Bible where people are counted Israel, even though we had the 13 children of Jacob, but only 12 mentioned as being the patriarch, and Dinah's children wasn't considered Israelites, even though she was above all nations.
So she wasn't counted because it was the patriarchs that were chosen. God deals with election, yeah? And he chose it through the men, because men come first. And in that instance, yeah, Dinah
wasn't good enough, innit?
Just because she was a woman, they didn't want her to. She just wasn't blessed. It says that the sons in it. It's just the Bible says what it says at the end of the day.
Later on in the Bible,
go on.
You've seen it fit to kind of say, look, you can be Israel through your mother.
Right. Is it all right if I just show you the scriptures, brothers? Because this will just reconcile a lot of the questions you're making. It will show you. So Jesse's gonna bring out 1 Chronicles chapter 2, and he's gonna bring out verse 3. No, verse 13, King, going down to verse. You know what? Before you pull that though, we'll start with this one. Can you please, I'm not sure who's got 1 Chronicles 2 or 31. Nice one. Yeah, bring it out, Fernando.
So 1 Chronicles 2:31 says, and the sons of.
A bit loud, please.
And it says, and the sons of Appaim, Ishi, and the son of Ishi, Sheshan, and the children of the Sheshan, Ahlai.
So the children of Sheshan was Ahlai, right? Sheshan had one child, it was Ahlai, right? So let's learn a bit more about Sheshan's child. Jump down to verse 34, brother.
34 says, now Sheshan had no sons but daughters, and Sheshan had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was
Jara. Nice one, brother. So it says that Sheshan had no sons but daughters, showing that Ahlai was a woman, right? So it was a daughter that he had, right? So let's learn about his daughter. It says that she married an Egyptian. So this man, this Israelite man, this Israelite man, yeah, he got his daughter to marry a Gentile Egyptian, and we're going to see if the kids were Egyptians or if the kids were Israelites through the mother, yeah. So can we get 1 Chronicles chapter, please? 1 Chronicles chapter chapter 11, verse 41. So just read down to verse 36, bro.
So verse 35 says, and Sheshan gave his daughter to Jara, his servant, to wife, and she bare him Ahlai. Verse 36, and Ahlai began Nathan, and Nathan began Zabad. Verse 37.
So hold it there. So what we're seeing in 1 Chronicles chapter 2 is a whole list of the Israelite seed, which means descendancy by the house of their fathers. The house of the father was Judah, and in this case, the father was Sheshan. And we see through Sheshan, he had a daughter called Ahlai, and then Ahlai had a son called Ahlai to an Egyptian man. But then Ahlai's son is counted, who is Nathan, and then Nathan had Zabad. So it shows that this genealogy of the house of the fathers of Judah, it went through Sheshan to his daughter, and from his daughter to her children.
Why did that happen? Why did he give his daughter to an Egyptian?
Because he chose to. He chose to sin.
That's wrong, because it's in the law that if a man hasn't got any sons to pass down his lineage, the lineage will now go down to the daughter if he's got no sons.
It doesn't say that. That's on the law. One second, let me hold up. It doesn't say lineage, it says inheritance. The inheritance goes through. For example, in the law, what was happening is the 12 tribes were going to inherit the land of Israel, and because women were not inheriting the land, the men were inheriting the land. Because if a man only had a daughter, then he would get no portion in the land because he had no sons to inherit the land. You get me? So the only way that he could get an inheritance in the land is if his daughter married an Israelite of the same tribe, and then his people would get an inheritance in the land through his daughter marrying another Israelite. It had nothing to do with him marrying a Gentile. If he married a Gentile, he would still have no right to inherit the land, because a Gentile has no right in the land. He would have to marry an Israelite, one that was chosen to have right in the land. So Numbers 27, Numbers 36 does not apply in this context, because she married a Gentile, not an Israelite of her own tribe. But let's go to now verse 36, King. So I'm going to bring out two more verses respectfully, and I'll let you bring out your point, yeah? So just bring out 36, please, and then we're going to get 1 Chronicles.
So 36, and Ahlai began Nathan, and Nathan began Zabad.
So it says, Ahlai begat Nathan, and Nathan begat Zabad. So this is a house of the fathers, yeah? And we might, in our mind, think, oh, house of your father only means through your father. And predominantly, it was going through the fathers the whole time. But then we see in the house of the fathers, it went through the mother when she married a Gentile. And now, the mother's son, yeah, the great-grandchild, was Zabad. So let's see Zabad, yeah. How was his lineage counted? Was he counted as an Israelite through his mother, or was he counted as an Egyptian through his father? Bring out 1 Chronicles, please.
1 Chronicles 11 and 41. Uriah the Hittite, Zabad the son of Ahlai.
Zabad the son of who?
The son of Ahlai.
So, Ahlai was a female. When does the Bible ever say the son of the mother. It rarely says that, but in this case it says the son of the mother here because it's showing that he was a descendant of his mother who was a descendant of Sheshan. So this was tying Zabad back to the house of his father Sheshan, to the lineage of Judah. So yeah, you know, that right there, 1 Chronicles chapter 11 and 41. Why was that?
Just because it was doing
because his mother was an Israelite.
Yeah,
because his mother was an Israelite. So he gets tied back
reason.
into it. No, there isn't. Unless you can show me. Unless you can show me.
You just brought out the law that states what needs to happen in order for the land to be kept with Judah, right? Or with the whatever tribe it's regarded, right? Is that Numbers 21?
Yeah, can you bring it out? Let's see that.
So I can do something. Number 21. Right. So this is the book of Numbers, chapter 21 and verse 8. And it reads, and the Lord said, are you sure that's what you want?
Numbers 27.
No, it's not 21. No, it's not.
Yeah, I think you did bring it up. I think you did mention it. Yeah, 27 and 8 is not 21. It's 27 and 8. So it's my.
Jesus, cold man.
Freezing.
Come on, mark it. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 27, verse 8. And thou shalt speak into the children of Israel, saying.
So now you're saying that, because she's mentioned as the foreparent, let's say it like that, of is it Ahlai?
Yeah, Ahlai.
Yeah.
Ahlai of Zabad.
Yeah. So you're saying that because it's mentioned Ahlai as being Zabad's like foreparent, then now what you're saying is you can be Israel through your mother, right? So it's nothing based on the law which states that, you know,